both California and the UK, they have their own challenges to integrating storage into it. In California, you have more vertically integrated utilities, so they'll own anything from the pipes and wires to the supply to the generation and managing everything within that. They also have different natural elements such as wildfires to be containing with and looking at how to manage on that side, but also have a lot of renewables that fit into it. In the UK, just the structure of having the separation between the suppliers, the grid operators, the DNOs to DSOs, I think that has its own challenges to it and what you want to look at in who your end target is and what services that electric vehicles and vehicle to grid can provide to that utility. So the types of services and responses that we provide to a company in California, to those utilities, versus the utilities in the UK, we'd look at the different elements of the electric system. So what can vehicles provide to the TSO in forms of ancillary services? What can we do with the DNO in local flexibility, behind the meter, tariff optimization, wholesale? Each of those are different companies and different contracts in the UK. So also from that side is it just adds a different layer of complexity in what you can provide, and then just different types of needs that these grids have because of their structure. I think the UK looks at or is looking at potentially imposing a mandate on charging times for EVs rather than going to market and putting forward flexibility tenders. I think this is driven less from the regulators, but more from the DNOs and DSOs saying we don't have the ability to mandate and manage this new, somewhat unpredictable load coming onto their networks, just since they don't have that visibility. And rather than putting forward flexibility, the default's going to separating those out and saying, no, you cannot charge in these periods, or you must physically override, rather than the flexibility markets that they could be bidding into and that are actually quite advanced in the UK compared to other markets in the world. Yeah, I think the UK is incredibly well placed for innovation in the decentralized market and specifically at the grid edge in the DNO, DSO transition that they have. The UK is developing local flexibility tenders that are competitive markets playing out at the local level that really allow for more flexibility to be put in so that the grid can operate at a lower cost to end consumers, not require as much reinforcement, but also continue to incentivize and actually reward and provide additional revenue streams for energy storage, for heat pumps, for solar, and for vehicles and vehicle to grid. So it's really well primed for new entrants and new business models to be developing off of these local flexibility services.